Good evening, EA families. We got Coach Scott and
Me, Tyler.
Tyler. We're here. We just finished dinner, and some of the parents asked us to do a short video to try to give you guys some ideas and some things that we've been working with the fellows on for the last couple of months. So what Tyler and I thought we would do is we would do about a 30-minute routine. We'll condense it down to hopefully like no more than 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll give you guys an idea of some of the things that we work on, and I'll give you some commentary on why we do it and some things to look for with the boys as you're playing in the backyard like we are. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show them the Evolution Athletics warm-up. This is what Mark Sheehan and his staff taught us way back in early January. So we do this every time before we throw. We say at Evolution that we warm up before we throw. We don't want anybody to hurt their arms ever. Arms are absolutely precious for a 10-year-old kid. So we want to make sure that the arms are good and loose. It usually will take about 5 minutes. We're going to do it in about 35-40 seconds, so it'll be very abbreviated. But the first thing we do, right, Tyler, is we put our arms not back like this, but slightly in front, and we start small circles, and we work to bigger circles. And we do this about 10 times. And then we come back, and we go in the opposite direction. And we start small, and we get to big. And again, we do that about 10 times. The next thing we do is, remember what this is called? Sides. Saws, right? Sides. So we start elbows into our sides, and we do this for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then we go palms down, about 10 seconds. We do palms up, about 10 seconds. And then we do saws. Again, about 10 seconds, palms down. Then we do palms up, about 10 seconds. Then, what do we do next? Then do we do
Moose.
we can do the moose. So we try to make a moose. You can see here's the moose, what are these, like antlers? And we just try to pull, or I can't do this anymore, but we try to pull our elbows into our chest, and we hold this for
Like
about
Tyler?
10 seconds. Good job, Tyler. Good. And we're stretching out our back right here. Stretching out our back. Then we do knuckles, right? And we push our knuckles together. We do that for about 10 seconds. And then we pull apart. And you're really stretching right here, your trapezius muscles. And then we switch it. Do that for about 10 seconds. And then what do we do next? POWs? So then we do POWs. In POWs, you take 2 baseballs, put them in their hands. You make 2 perfect L's, and then you start going forward and backwards. There you go. You would want to do this routine, the POW routine, for about 2 minutes. You want the shoulders, the traps, part of the upper back, you want that to really start burning. That's when you know you got the blood flow and they're ready to start throwing. So we've already warmed up and did some things earlier today. So let's just show them curveballs. So the hands just go to the sides. And again, this whole thing lasts about 2 minutes. You feel good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we're going to throw.
What are,
You good?
what are these?
The change ups?
Yeah.
We'll amend it for today.
Okay. No change up for today.
So when we start throwing, we're going to get really close together, 10 or 15 feet, and we're just going to put our hand in the right arm or your throwing arm. Everything Nate, you do it the opposite. POW position, and we just want to dart it right to the person that we're throwing it to. So the boys are just going to dart it right to mom or dad. We want to focus on this part of the arm, throwing the ball. And if you would imagine like shooting a basketball, you have the rotation of the baseball looking like this. You don't want the ball going side to side. That means they're twisting their hand and putting pressure on their elbow when they throw. So we just want to be like this, and then boom, right to the target, right off of the fingertips. And again, you want the over the top rotation. That allows the ball to carry and allows you to be straight and accurate. So Tyler, let's show them how we warm up. Let's get there. So we're like 15 feet apart, right in this position, boom, right to the chest. do that about 15, 20 times, and what you're really trying to do is just get the release point. So 10-year-old kids and 41-year-old kids, when we get inaccurate and we miss high and low and left and right, it's because our release point is off. I'm either releasing it back here or I'm releasing it over here. And this is just getting them used to muscle memory of the release point being right past their nose, like that. So now we're gonna, after about 10 or 15 of those throws, we do what we call popcorn throws. So after throwing open chested, just like this, we wanna turn our body. So we start with the feet, knees bent, athletic position, shoulder facing the target, eyes facing the target, and we just wanna go right here. POW position, perfect L with the throwing arm, and then your glove arm is just gonna go straight up like this. One of the things that I look for with the boys is if their ball is here and it's in front of their face, they're not going back far enough, or their shoulder's not turned enough. So I wanna either not see the ball, or I wanna see the ball behind their head. That tells me that they've turned enough and they're in the proper throwing position. Again, glove arm is up like this. So now we're gonna do popcorn. You ready? So go stand over there for me. And again, I'll simulate in front of you guys what a popcorn throw should look like. So we just literally just start like this and hold it, and then 1, 2, 3, throw, and I just step to my target, glove pulls forward, and all I'm doing with my throwing arm is I'm just moving my hips, and I release, just like we worked on here, releasing the ball. I'm back, release. We'll do that for, again, another 15, 20 throws. So let's show them how to do it. Come closer to the camera. All right. Again, we're 15 feet, 20 feet. So we start, we turn, legs, shoulder, ball in the right position, arm up, step, and throw. So we do that again, 10 or 15 feet, and then you just want to get back to where, depends on how much yard you have. We've got enough to where we can probably go about 75 feet, and we just keep going further and further, and then eventually, you just start playing normal catch, where you catch it, turn, step, and throw. But again, it's about the shoulder being at the target, eyes at the target. It's got to be in this position. You got to see the ball behind the head, so they're back far enough. And then it's step to the target. This arm pulls you, and then you come through. So the next thing we're going to show you is starting ground ball drills. So when we field the ground ball, we want the left foot always in front of the right. And the reason for that, again, Nate does it the opposite. But left foot in front of the right, why? Because it's easier to turn and throw. If my right foot is in front of the left, I've got to go all the way around in order to throw the ball. So we always want to watch the footwork when you're working on infield drills or fielding ground balls. Left foot is in front of the right. So we talk to the boys about ready position. And ready position is right, left, ready to go. Left foot in front of the right. In this drill, I'm just going to throw ground balls to Tyler. He's going to throw ground balls back to me. Our butt, 20 years ago, this might have been pretty good to look at, but not so much right now. We're just going to be down like this, and we're going to bring the ball to our chest. So field it, the glove out front, and I want him down, waving at the camera like this. And then it's hand into the glove to the chest. So we'll do this, again, 15, 20 times. So left foot in front of the right. That's good. Left foot in front of the right. Get down and ready. Down and ready. To the chest. Bring it right to the chest. Like this. Good. The next thing we'll do is we'll work on footwork when you're fielding a ground ball, and what we've talked to the boys about. Again, ready position, which is right, left. When you get ready to throw after you fielded the ground ball, we talk about right foot replaces left, which means like this. right foot replaces left. And then we get ready to throw. So let's show them that drill. Ready? Remember? Good. Back up a little bit. Ready position. Right, left. Good. You're ready to go. Move your feet. Good. And then the last thing we'll do is just work on some fly balls. So, are you ready to catch your flies? So he'll stand, come closer to me. We're doing it the opposite. Here, let's switch. I don't want you to run into the... Right there, right there, right there, right there. So he's ready. He's ready position. Pitcher's in the motion, right, then left. And then I'm not going to tell him where I'm going to throw. I'm going to go right, left, or right over his head. And what he's working on, if it's hit to the left, I'm going to try to get to the spot and then catch the ball. Ready? Good. I must have hit that one because it was over his head. Ready? Ready position? Get to the spot. So you can do that, again, everything is like 15, 20 reps. You can do all that in about 30 minutes. And you'd be surprised at how much better the boys will get if you just do that whenever you've got a good day like today. So hopefully that was under 5 minutes, but that's literally what we do. So thanks, guys.